Greetings from the Medicine Cabinet. I'm Chill Pill, and this is Not Bad, the show where I take songs I previously disliked and see if I like them now. The next one we're getting into is Tesseract by Miller's Planet. Now, Miller's Planet is actually an artist that I tend to really enjoy. My favorite song on Expanse for a good long while, and it may still be my favorite song on Expanse, was Hex by Miller's Planet. And Tesseract, I know, was quite an experiment. So we're going to see what Miller's Planet does here, and hopefully I like it more than I did when it released. Ooh, this calms me down. I like it. I kind of feel like I'm in a hotel in Bali right now, listening to this melody. That pad is really cool. I want the kick to be softer. Not quieter in the mix, but I want a different kick that is softer. Although maybe with the rest of the experimentation. Oh, is this like a synthwave kind of thing? Oh, this is very interesting. Okay, this is actually really cool. It deviates from his regular drum and bass style, which is good. You gotta branch out every once in a while as an artist. This is a cool atmospheric kind of deal. I'm conflicted on if it falls short of how atmospheric it could be. I know that pad falls a bit short of how atmospheric it could be, but the rest of it makes up for it. So maybe if there was more stereo panning on the pad. Oh, but this is cool. It's so simple, and there isn't a lot to observe here. But it all works together very well. Even that high-pitched part in the background. Normally, high-pitched synths here on Expanse, I tend to not like as much. But in the background, that was a good place for it. Okay, this sub I feel like is making the atmosphere a little bit more unsettling, but in a good way. I like this song. I like this song so far. How far are we into it? We're about halfway through. I'm okay with keeping going with the song. This seems like more like something I would listen to in the background rather than I would sit to and analyze like I'm doing right now. Okay, that was an interesting... I like the use of the anime sample, but I would put some reverb on it, and then I would put it more in the background. Because it felt a little bit thrown in the mix. Oh. I think I caught some clipping there. But that's okay, that's excusable. Okay, yeah. He didn't switch it up all that much in the second drop, but like, that's fine, because it's not the kind of drop that you get tired of. There's enough happening to where you can just kind of listen to this in the background and not be very distracted. See, the song is just very undistracting. But at the same time, it's very undistracted. Like, there are some songs that just go off and like, well, get carried away and do something that doesn't work, like Styx did. But everything that he does here works well. Okay, I just looked at the time and we have about a minute left of the song. But after this, I would actually like it if the drop stopped. But I have a feeling maybe it won't. But then again, it could. Oh, it did. Oh, he's gonna do some cool things here. The percussion. Is that a cowbell? And the shaker. Oh, the sound design on this was great. He's really grown since he first started making music. It's amazing how much he's grown. I don't quite know why it's called Tesseract. I guess I can see that. I don't know how I could explain why I can see that, but I guess I can see that. Tesseract is a very good song. It's especially a very good background song. It's not trying to be anything that knocks my socks off, and it doesn't end up being something that knocks my socks off, but the execution of it is very good. Like, what he was trying to do with the song, he accomplished, and I very much appreciate that. I don't think it was too long. It could have been too long, but it was like just the right amount of time. Any longer, it would have felt like it dragged on. Any shorter and it would have felt empty. So I'll give this one a 7.5 out of 10 because I enjoyed it and it accomplished its purpose, and Miller's Planet did a very good job. Good job on Tesseract. It was really redeemed in my book. Coming up next is an artist who was probably the most popular of his time when he started releasing music on Expanse. But this one kind of fell flat in his discography for me, and it's Mage by Epichord. Now, I did tend to like what Epichord would come out with, like I liked Pirate, and Wrath of the Ronin was pretty cool, but I did dislike this one enough for it to get on the show, and so that being said, let's get right into it. Oh, nice. Another creepy intro. Expanse songs I disliked tend to have those. Oh. This is really cool. Especially its use of drums is very cool. But its other instruments are just as cool. Ooh, that bass. This arpeggio seems like it's supposed to be used for happier purposes, but it's used in a more unsettling way here. Okay, filtering in neurofunk drums, let's go. It keeps switching back and forth between things I like and things I dislike in the sound design. I would even say, and it's a production choice that I would normally disagree with, but I would maybe say put more of the atmosphere in this drop, because it seems a little empty right now. Especially that like wah that keeps being used. I think it's used maybe too much. Oh, this drum step portion could be cool if it was just a regular drum step beat that didn't try to like be really cool. Okay, here's what I would do. because it appears as though the song is about to end. Make the drop shorter, and then add a second drop later. Instead of make this a one drop song. Because then we get more of this kind of atmosphere. Unless it does something really cool in the next 15 seconds, this one isn't gonna stick with me. Okay, well that was really cool. But not what I was really looking for. Okay, well I didn't think that this was terrible. Like, I enjoyed it enough. I just disagreed with too many of the production choices here to say that I really liked the whole thing as a song. I do like each of the little things that Epichord does, especially outside of the drop. He makes very good use of drums outside of the drop. It kind of goes off the rails during the drop, especially during the drum step portion. In the drop, it was trying to be cooler than it was, but in the rest of it, it was trying to be just as cool as it ended up being. This isn't a case where I would rather the drop have not been there, because it would have just meandered and not really gone anywhere if there was no drop. But I think the further I got into the song, the more I felt was missing. So in that case, I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10, just because the good parts about it weren't quite good enough to get it up to enjoyment level, but the bad parts about it were redeemable. So that's where I'm gonna put this, 5 out of 10, right in the middle.
This is Nico. You're all clear for landing.
I feel like they aren't gonna land. I think this song might have benefited from actually a lack of comedy, and if it took itself more seriously, then it actually would have been cooler.